Hey guys, welcome to Campy's Clash. Finally, finally, the day has come. I got my hands dirty playing Armored Warfare. My experience was pretty interesting. There were some things I liked and some things I didn't like. But I can tell you one thing. This game is amazing already. A friend of mine once told me, when War Thunder came out, everybody was excited, the game was going to be cool, but then the bubble popped and the game disappeared. There are still people playing War Thunder, but it's just not as big as World of Tanks is. I assure you, that's not what's going to happen to Armored Warfare. This game is just unbelievable. So, let's take a look at the good things and the bad things. First of all, the graphics. Immediately, is just wow, the CryEngine has done its job. The graphics are absolutely fantastic, even at the lowest possible settings. When I wasn't recording at the lowest settings, I got 60 FPS, so I could easily go to medium graphics. The graphics there are just phenomenal. With that being said, while they do look really good, I don't like how dark they are. The game it's just too dark. And I don't think that's the designer's fault or my fault or anybody else's fault. I think it's the CryEngine's fault. The engine itself is really dark. Now that's something that was on the community's minds for a long time, and I don't see any way around it. So I just really hope that the game isn't as dark as it is right now in the future. So, the next thing is driving. When you first hop into your vehicle, it feels kind of different. It has that kind of simulator, arcadey feel. It just, for some people, it feels right. For some people, me, it just feels wrong. When you start driving, it's okay, but when you go off ledges, when you hit trees, when you go drive off mountains, it just doesn't feel right. You don't feel the physics there, and I think that they should probably try to get that arcadey feel, not so much the simulator feel. Just try to do something to make it pop a little bit more. Just make it more popish. Speaking of driving off ledges, hitting trees, and having that pop sound, Armored Warfare has incredible sound. The sound effects there, while I didn't hear many of them, they were amazing. You could hear guns shooting like it's unspeakable. World of Tanks has worse sound effects right now than Armored Warfare has. Armored Warfare, Armored Warfare has just freaking incredible sound effects. Now, there is an upside to this side too. While the sound is really good, there's just too much of it. You hear this, you hear that, there's an explosion, people driving, you hear too much stuff. And you have to mess around with it. It's really loud. I think they need to take a little bit of a smaller area for you to hear because you just hear too much stuff. While it is quality sound, no, there's just too much stuff. The one thing that I really liked is the armored fighting vehicles. Simply because one of them has wheels. Freaking wheels. I've been waiting for World of Tanks to do that because there were tanks with wheels on them in World War II. So why doesn't World of Tanks implement them? I mean, wheels, they just make the game a little bit more fun. You know, you have tracks and you feel how it goes. It just handles differently. The wheels, they make an edge to the game, and I really like that. Now, while I like how the stuff drives, there are a couple of bugs. Now, I don't know if that's happened to anyone else, but a lot of the time, when I tried to go backwards, sometimes it went forwards. So imagine me around the corner. I know that there's three people in front of me. I'm backing up even more. And what does it do? It just drives in front. And no, I did not mess up my keyboard. This happened numerous times. There's just some sort of a bug or a lag or something like that, but I'm driving forwards when I press backwards. I have to repress it to go backwards. So that's the problem that they have to fix. Now, if you're gonna drive around the map has to be a certain size. If it's too big, then it's not comfortable to play, and if it's too small, then you have nowhere to drive. The maps in Armored Warfare are just right. They're just right. The maps are just right. There's no other way to say it. I really like it. It's a little bit bigger than World of Tanks, and it's just right. Remember that. Two words, just right. But what can you drive there? Now, this is just only from the first day, but there are a lack of tanks. Now, I know that there's a lot of tanks in the game for an early access test, but in the first day, all the battles were around 4 tanks. 2 light tanks and 2, I don't know. There was, I don't even remember it, but there were 4 tanks. And, well, it's just, it gets old. You play 4 tanks for 3 hours and see what happens. I would like them to have more tier 1 tanks, or at least more tier 2 tanks. I did see some tier 3 tanks. Some people got up to it. I almost got there, but no, there were just not enough tanks in the game. Now this is just the first day, so remember that everything can change. The game is still in testing. It's everything can change. Everything is not written in the stars or anything. Overall, the game I played was great. It already has platoons, which is awesome. I could team up with some guys. The community seems pretty cool. Everyone's friendly, everyone's nice. I saw circumflexes, everyone's like, kill circumflexes. I saw the server admins playing the game like Houndmaster. I didn't see Silent Stalker though, but I did see Houndmaster. I give this game full potential of growing. It is completely awesome. Trust me, guys. If you want to buy this game, you're not going to regret it. It's only 13 euros. It's definitely worth it. I'm going to make more Armored Warfare videos. Maybe even some live gameplay if I feel like it. More reviews, more of everything. So you can just go down there, subscribe. Yeah, just hit that subscribe and like button. And hopefully I'll see you next time.